What's going on today, guys? Kind of cool and breezy and wet this morning. I'm out mowing some fescue, getting the leaves up and all. Fescue's coming along pretty strong here. It looks real good. I can show you a close-up on it even, but I don't think it's going to be anything exciting for a video. I have some video that I had made earlier a month or two ago, spraying pre-emergence on warm season grass. So I think maybe I'll run a little bit of that video and we'll talk a little bit about some fall pre-emergence on warm season grass and what those game plans look like. And I'll take you along on some of this mowing and leaf cleanup today. Exciting, right? Best I can do, man. It's all right. Fescue looks good. It's doing fescue type things. Like I said, out mowing and cleaning up a little fescue today. This is a new customer for the fall. They had primarily a crabgrass yard and we changed it over to fescue. Not quite where I want it to be. I think he's part of the problem, but all right. But I laid a little more Carbon-X in it, and he likes it up under this lower petalum here, so he kind of keeps it all squashed out. I'd put some fine fescue in there and it came up, but he's torturing it. So I'm thinking if I stretch the bed out under there, it'd be all right. I don't know. I think then he'd want to lay. I think he likes laying in the dirt, so we'll accommodate him. If I ran a little more fertilizer in it, maybe we'll get it pumped up to where we want it. Let's see. And it's loaded with chickweed. I'll turn around and show you some of that. But here anytime now when I get the chance, the time and the right weather, I'm going to run out on all these fescue yards with some weed control. Like I said, we're not really talking about fescue today. We're going to talk about some warm season pre-emergence. I got that video coming, I promise. There's a little chickweed sprouting up in there. It's doing fair in some spots, but like I said, under the tree. Oh, Scout there, I guess it's a Labradoodle. Are you a Labradoodle, Scout? You don't know? Okay. Chickweed. Little Carbon-X in there. Pump it up. Probably in the next week or two, I'll be able to get out on these and spray weeds out all this fescue. I'm just waiting on getting some time to do it. All right, just out mowing fescue today, like I said, and cleaning up leaves. But I got some video that I shot, it's probably been a month or more by now, of one method of a fall pre-emergent plus post-emergent weed control application on some of the Bermuda yards I was doing. So I'm gonna plug that video in here, go back in time and watch that, and then I'll come back. I got another few fescue yards to mow today. I'm gonna mow another yard and then we'll talk about the clip of the Bermuda weed control that I was doing and why and what for and all that stuff. Stay tuned. Enjoy this. This fescue's been sucking up a lot of my time here in hold on, let me switch hands here. Been sucking up a lot of my time in October. So I'm getting around to doing some warm season applications that I would have liked to have had done closer to the beginning of October, but it's like November 5th, 6th, something like that now. So I'm getting to them now. What I'm doing is I got a little bit of winter weeds starting to emerge. This is some Bermuda I'm getting ready to spray. It's still pretty much active. It's not dormant yet at all. So we're gonna hit that. I'm gonna go out with about half a pound of pre-emergent there. You can see that I'm slightly over, but that was my pouring. About a half an ounce of methylfuron, and then I'm gonna run the full rate, like 3 pints of just a amine 3-way. This is triad, and go in with a crop oil concentrate for my surfactant. It's royalty surfactant. Anyway, all right, but I'll show you a little shot of these yards, and I got to get to spraying. Well, I just had a pretty strategic mishap with my water filler hose. that water filler hose. I whipped it out of one tank into the other, and splashed myself in the junk. Got the old permagreen loaded up and ready to go. I like to pre-dissolve my water dispersible granules like the pre-emergent and the methylfuron in like an old empty pre-emergent jug, and shake them up vigorously until they're dissolved, and then mix it again with a PVC rod, or if you got one of them little paint mixer things for your drill or whatever, once it's in the permagreen, and then run the permagreen, let it go through it, and mix it some more. But anyway, the idea behind this today is I got the 3-way and the methylfuron in there to try to knock out any existing weeds. The methylfuron will have a little bite on any poa annua if it's already coming up. The pre-emergent may help you with future germinating poa annua. Pre-emergent not so fantastic on preventing poa annua. I'm going with a half-pound rate of pre-emergent. I don't feel like you're getting any more power by going up to a full pound. You're just prolonging your duration of the product, and I'll be back in probably January, February to get them with what I feel is the actual really important pre-emergent round. Pre-emergent round is the crabgrass preventer for the summer. We're gonna get out on these, get them sprayed, see what happens. I haven't been over this way in a while. Both of them look pretty good. This front part here, just this little stretch along the street here, is Centipede, and it doesn't do much, and it gets traffic from something. I think somebody runs up and down here on a 4-wheeler, but other than that, it's the main yard. There's almost 2 acres on this lawn is Bermuda, and it's doing well. Then the other lawn next door is about 2 acres, and it's Bermuda, and it looks the best I've seen it look. It's just it's slowing down a lot, I'll put it that way, but it's really clean looking, so I'm happy with that. All right, I'm gonna get at it. All right, this is a look at the front yard on this one. It's pretty clean. I got some winter stuff popping up in spots, and the Bermuda is starting to decline a bit for the season. I mean, it is November 6th, so it's time. I gotta get the back done, but time to reload the tank. Da-da-da. All right, back to present day December or whatever this is. What we're looking at there, other than a clown wet his pants and ride around on one of his permagreens, that's a fall pre-emergent option for Bermuda grass. To be honest, I'm not married to or in love with a fall pre-emergent for any turf type. It's just not that necessary to me. You know, your big time weeds you're going to see, like poa annua is going to be a problem in dormant warm season grasses like Bermuda grass, and you're going to see that, and it's going to look rough in the dormant grass. I got several reasons why I don't like it as far as a fall pre-emergent, but I probably I probably get a fall pre-emergent out on probably 20% or less of my Bermuda lawns. One of the reasons is because I'm pressed for time because of I'm dealing so much with fescue in that time period. But the main reason is it's just not going to stop enough of the weeds that are going to make that much of a difference for me for that long, because I come in January or February and hit them ham. I mean ham. And I'll explain a little bit about what I do in January and February in a second. But the other reason why I'm not in love with fall pre-emergent is because herbicide resistance is a real thing, and the more and more you use these products, the more resistance you're going to get. You know, and there's not a lot of pre-emergent options that are different modes of action. I mean, you can say, well, hell, there's a prodiamine and dithiopyr and pendimethalin and all that. No, it's the same mode of action. So as far as a resistance standpoint, you're not getting anywhere with that. A lot of people like Spectacle. It's pricey for a fall pre-emergent, in my opinion, when I'm not going to be dealing with what I do. I'm not going to be dealing with winter weeds in Bermuda grass very long. I can get this fall herbicide round on them and spray out some things to kind of hold me off until I get to that January, February time frame and hit it with the bomb. Another reason why I'm not a huge fan of pre-emergence is, man, these things are rough on your root system. Bermuda grass is pretty vigorous in the root and all that, so it's not going to be quite as detrimental as something like a centipede, and I got a centipede thing I'll get to in a minute. But you don't see the damage that you do on the surface. The plant still trucks along fine. I mean, in the wintertime, you're not going to see anything in Bermuda grass, actually, but it is a tremendous difference what you'll see in a root system that has been sprayed with dithiopyr or prodiamine, something like that, versus one that has not been sprayed. It sets that root system back significantly. And in a stoloniferous grass like Bermuda grass, it can go out and be trying to tack down and not be able to tack down, the roots bounce off, and that's where you run into your big problem in centipede as well, which is a really shallow root plant. And what'll happen is you'll run into yards that in the summertime, the first sign of stress, and things will just check right out. When it gets hot or dry, they'll check out really fast, way before another one. And it's because the root system is just not there. There are things you can do to mitigate some of the setbacks that these pre-emergents will do to your root system, like the peptide power and other thing. You know, you could try humic and kelp to push your root system. And I've got a picture, just some super secret research, that's a third product that I don't think is on the market yet, to show you how rough this can be on your root system. What the hell we got here? Stand by. Hi, I'm back. I guess that's FedEx now. I don't know. I don't even remember what I was talking about. Okay, so I got some pictures I can try to show. I'll see if I can get up, just showing the results of putting dithiopyr on turf versus untreated turf. And then there's a picture of the roots with peptides, and then another top secret product that will mitigate root pruning. All right, but so I said, dang, I can't remember what I was at now. I said I didn't like it. I didn't like a fall I'm not that big of a fan of a fall pre-emergent because of herbicide resistance, the short time frame that I'm going to be getting results from that before I can come back and really do a big cleanup. So I feel like on most of the Bermuda properties, if I can get sometime in the fall and hit them just to clean them up a little bit, if they need it. A lot of them don't even really need it, and then get my big swing at it in the January, February time frame, which is very important, and I want to reserve that pre-emergent application for then, just to keep from overdoing it on pre-emergence and murdering my roots. So in January and February, I come in with on dormant Bermuda grass now, a combination. I do it a few different ways. Some of them, depending on the mood I'm in, might get something like SureGuard, glyphosate, and methylfuron. Magic eraser, baby. Clean it up. And SureGuard got nice residual, so that's going to keep you clean, and that's going to kill anything you got going on in that dormant yard that's green and bothering you. That's the January, February time frame. You could come in with prodiamine, methylfuron, and glyphosate. Pretty much the same effects there. The SureGuard, I think, is going to be a little better as far as if I've got a goosegrass problem, something like that historically in that yard, Dallas grass, definitely going with SureGuard over prodiamine. We'll talk way more about that application when it gets time for it. But anyway, something like that is more like what I want to do to Bermuda grass. I'm not that concerned with the fall pre-emergent. Centipede. We're gonna get Centipede and prodiamine, in my opinion, I'll avoid that anytime I can. If I've got one that historically has a lot of crabgrass in it, because crabgrass in the spring, your spring pre-emergent is important for crabgrass, but the fall pre-emergent, I just don't see the need. Usually my Centipede pre-emergent would be something like atrazine or simazine. I've got a video of some Centipede I was spraying too. I don't remember how in depth it was, but I'll just kind of touch on what that would look like. Your Centipede fall pre-emergent, use atrazine or simazine at a full label rate, along with a I used, I think in the video, a half an ounce of methylfuron, or no, 0.33 of an ounce of methylfuron along with that. So I will roll that Centipede fall pre-emergent application video now. So we're going to flash back to a few weeks ago and the Centipede application. So I'll see you back here in the future in a second. All right, what we're looking at in that picture, if I knew how to narrate over it, I'd do it. Anyway, the picture left to right. Left was just with no pre-emergent put on it. The middle one was a full rate of dithiopyr, and the one all the way to this side, the right, was full rate of dithiopyr and some peptides. So you can see what a significant amount of root growth difference putting that dithiopyr on it made. It knocked it back to almost nothing, and you can imagine in a time of drought stress or whatever, that middle grass plug is gonna check out before the rest of it. So that's just a little below ground look at what a pre-emergent can do to your roots. Now to the Centipede. We're gonna do some contract spraying today. I got this office complex thing here to handle today. There is not a lot of favorable turf in some areas of this place, but it is Centipede where there are favorable areas. So we're gonna get to it and see what I can do with this. I got this place sprayed this morning. It's Centipede. There's some better Centipede in some spots than the others. It is ate up with weeds. I ended up spraying it with atrazine and methylfuron and some crop oil concentrate. think it'll do okay. The weather's going to be warm this coming week. I don't think there's much rain in the future, so I don't know, but should be good. So about 48 ounces of atrazine per acre, almost half an ounce of methylfuron methyl per acre, and since the perma-green tank volume's so small, it only needs about 16 ounces is what I put in of the crop oil concentrate. So we'll check this thing out and see how it does, but it ended up being about 2.5 acres. Now again, just in my opinion, I just don't put a lot of weight on a fall pre-emergent. If you do, that's fine, and I mean most programs and most people do and have success with it, but I just feel like the detriment could be more than the good, especially in something like Bermuda grass, when I know that I'm getting ready to come in hard with my January, February application to clean them all up. But I mean, if you can't run the risk of having some weeds that long in your turf, you know, in that time frame between your fall post-emergent application, I mean, by all means, do what you do. It's just not what I like to do. As far as what you're going to control, I mean, most of the pre-emergents now are not very effective on poa annua, and that's going to be one of your main problems. So I mean, to me it's just not worth, the risk is not worth the reward, or the lack of reward actually. But anyway, that's just my thoughts. So there was the Centipede. Not a lot of information in there really. But fall prodiamine on Centipede, I've never do that. If you've got one that you historically have crabgrass in, you might have to bite the bullet, and your January, February application is gonna probably have to contain some prodiamine. SureGuard and Spectacle and things like that are a no-go as far as I know on Centipede. Not real familiar with Spectacle. I don't think you can put on Centipede. Anyway, well, that's about all I got for that video. I appreciate you guys watching. I know it was a little all over the place, standing in cool season grass talking about warm season grass applications, but I appreciate you coming along and hanging on for the journey today. Come up with something else good next week, I hope. Maybe. Thanks for watching.